From to y'all. Guys back. We watched animation here. SpringTrap thing. If you guys don't even know, we already did live streams already. You guys may heard of it or not. They put SpringTrap in Dead by Daylight like a summer ago, which is on June. Which mostly came out in that. That's when SpringTrap came out, and that's when a chapter came out, and a lot of people got excited. I was like really excited for that, and I got really hyped because I pretty mostly I might get into wanting to try Five Nights at Freddy's soon of that stuff. So I would likely get into it, chat. So we like to get into it. So let's keep doing what we're doing. Let's go. Let's go, chat. Let's go. Okay. That is YouTube. I think it's animation. So, SpringTrap's animation, Dead by Daylight. SpringTrap animation, Dead by Daylight. Well, I'll put it there. Spring.
What's up, everybody? Steven Zekeeler here. It's time to bring you a new reaction video. But before...
Okay. Listen.
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but I'm just saying... I mean, I'm not saying...
Wait on. We start back at the beginning. I'm sorry, hold on for a sec, chat. Hello? Hello? This is perfect here. Okay. Chat. Oh yeah, we're back right now. Where is it came back? Okay, what's on this animation right now? See what my reaction will be. Okay. Let's go. Any comments in or anything about this animations right here, yo? Animations right here. Let's get to it.
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but I'm just saying being crushed in a suit is kind of overkill, you know?
Hey guys, shut up! Guess what? The entity just brought Golf IHOP.
What? Okay, why they put IHOP? What? Okay, it'll be so awkward they buy it there. That'll be so awkward.
To the fog, we gotta go!
Oh, hell yeah, I wanna go to Golf IHOP. Yo, Solico, Michael, you guys wanna come?
Oh, I don't want to be like a buzzkill or anything, but I don't think the Goth IHOP allows minors, so I don't think Sadako could, like, actually, you know...
Oh, she's not a minor, she's like 19.
What are you talking about, dude? She looks like a 12-year-old girl.
What? Okay, I'm confused. What?
Oh, wait, no, I get it now. You're confusing Sadako with Samara.
What?
Well, you see, Samara Morgan was from the movie The Ring, which was made in 2002.
I should watch The Ring, bro. I should watch The Ring. I never watched it before, but I heard of it.
But a lot of people don't know that that movie was actually a remake of the original movie called Ring, or Ringu to avoid confusion, which was made in 1998. And although they look similar, and Samara was based on Sadako, they're actually completely different characters, even down to the age and the backstory. For instance, Samara was killed.
Why is Michael Myers is literally just wind down a thing? Oh my.
By her mother before being dropped in the well. Sadako was killed by her father before being dropped in the well. Well, unless we're talking about the novels in which she's killed.
What if he has the glasses on?
Different way, but it's kind of freaky.
Wait, I'm confused.
I mean, if you want, I could go into the novels, but it's kind of like some sci-fi sex alien shit. Like, I'm not sure.
No, that's not what I'm confused about. How the fuck do you know the Ring lore if you're stuck in like...
How did she got a phone? Someone has... Wait, Discord. That's a Discord sound. What is that? Wait, no. What's it? Wait, no, it's a ringtone. We don't know what Discord. Sound effect, whatever this is.
A back room for over 30 years. Like, didn't that movie and the other movies come out like way after you're stuck in there?
Hey, look, it's Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul.
You can't just dodge my question by pointing out
I do like Tokyo Ghoul. I'll watch the show. It's pretty good.
Tokyo Ghoul. Wait, that's an even bigger question. How the fuck do you know Tokyo Ghoul?
Yo, that animation was good though. It is good, bro. Okay. What's this guy who just made this, bro? Who's guy made this? Oh yeah. Subscribe on him, chat. Subscribe and liked on him. Spine_apples. Yep, I'm subscribing him. That seemed good. That seemed good overall. Start this. I'm gonna be starting it.
I said to the guy, I said, I always come back.
You know, Mr. Springtrap, I was actually one of the first people to say that phrase.
If you guys never heard of it, you guys may watch, I think it was Bride Chucky does say that. That's when it happened by that. There's Ken Kaneki, Freddy Krueger, and Ghostface. There's only 5 people at the table right now. I might say it correctly. Yeah, I was like 5 people at the table.
Look, I'm just saying.
You know, honestly, I didn't expect to have so much in common with you guys. I mean, you know, I'm a killer, you're a killer. I killed kids, you killed kids. It's just really cool, you know?
You know,
Well, he's not one though. They mostly are killers.
I have to agree with you, Springtrap. I like how we both have children victims, too.
Yeah, those little bastards deserved it.
You know, especially after we took on and them.
Oh boy.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I was just saying it's so nice to have some like-minded individuals. Why are you all looking at me like that?
Get the fuck out!
That is disgusting.
What are they saying?
Jesus Christ. You know, I wouldn't think anything of you. You gotta get out of here. You gotta get. What the fuck, dude?
Light him on fire!
Wait, is that Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul?
Oh, what? He got flashlighted. Okay. Y'all already subscribed to that person. FNAF versus Dead by Daylight. That's like 9 months ago. What was this?
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but I mean, I'm not saying
Let me start this.
I mean, I'm not saying I didn't deserve it, but I'm just saying being crushed in a soup is kind of overkill, you know?
Hey, guys, shut up.
Yeah, same thing.
Guess what? The entity just brought Goth IHOP into the fog. We gotta go.
Bro, to me, it would be so odd if they brought in the fog. It would be so strange why they brought IHOP in the fog. What if they brought IHOP? It would be so awkward and strange why you brought it in there.
Well, hell yeah, I wanna come and go fire. You, Sonico, Michael, you guys wanna come?
Oh, I don't want to be like a buzzkill or anything, but I don't think the Goth IHOP allows minors, so I don't think Sadako could, like, actually, you know.
Oh, she's not a minor. She's like 19.
What are you talking about, dude? She looks like a 12-year-old girl, bro.
Oh, wait, no, I get it now. You're confusing Sonico with Samara.
What?
Well, you see, Samara Morgan was from the movie The Ring, which was made in 2002. But a lot of people don't know that that movie was actually a remake of the original movie called Ring, or Ringu to avoid confusion, which was made in 1998. And although they look similar, and Samara was based on Sonico, they're actually completely different.
He'll show his arm and shows down like this.
Characters, even down to the age and the backstory. For instance, Samara was killed by her mother before being dropped in the well, and Sadako was killed by her father before being dropped in the well. Well, unless we're talking about the novels in which she's killed a different way, but it's kind of freaky.
Wait, I'm confused.
I mean, if you want, I could go into the novels, but it's kind of like some sci-fi sex alien shit. Like, I'm not sure.
No, that's not what I'm confused about. How the fuck do you know the Ring lore if you're stuck in like a back room for over 30 years? Like, didn't that movie and the other movies come out like way after you're stuck in there?
Hey, look, it's Ken Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul.
But I'm not gonna lie, Ken Kai looks good in Dead by Daylight. He's pretty chill, bro. Not be honest, Ken Kai, bro. He's like a good character in Tokyo Ghoul. He's my favorite one. Not be honest, in Tokyo Ghoul.
You can't just dodge my question by pointing out Tokyo Ghoul. Wait, that's an even bigger question. How the fuck do you know Tokyo Ghoul?
Oh my. That was a funny animation there. Yep. Like on this one. No, hold on, chat. Whew. Hold on. Animations. Let's watch this. Okay, this makes sense. Yep. There's SpringTrap right there at a thing. And this Ken Kaneki was right there. He's been mostly sleeping right now. Whoa, it says kill plotting the entity's realm. Those are killers a lot of people wishes, bro. There's so many characters, bro. I think those two people, I don't know. I don't know that one. I don't know the other guy. I definitely don't know those two, bro. I know a Terminator, that one. I think that was a clicker. I might believe that's a clicker. And that's Big Daddy from Bioshock. I heard Bioshock. That one's like from Cyberpunk, named Adam Smasher. And that one's Quiet Place. Do not get confused by the Demogorgon thing. I know it's definitely not a Demogorgon. It's from Dead by Daylight already. And I think that one is Death Angel from Quiet Place, I believe, from an alien crash site, from a thing. And that one's Volatile, was like from Dying Light. And that one is Jason, and that one's Predator. And that one, I believe, is Jack Baker from Resident Evil 7. Bro, I've been really wanting to put Predator in, bro. because they made a Predator Badlands movie. So I think that might happen next year, or it might be Vecna from Stranger Things Part 2. They'll make that one. I think pretty most I'm thinking still is Predator, bro. Because I think I want them to put Predator in because he would be like a really amazing killer in there. Because I've been wanting him being Dead by Daylight. Even Jason too. Jason would be a really good killer also. He'd be really cool to put him those two in there. Really cool. It'll be like so many cosmetics of Predator, now to be honest. So many cosmetics for him. For like so many licensed like skins, like pretty mostly berserkers and like other kind of type of predators like Kotek and Chopper and pretty much Scar and other kinds of predators to put in like Deck and all the players designed to do. It'd be really amazing. Yeah, they're making Jason Universe also. They definitely put him Dead by Daylight. I only heard so many rumors about it. They're making Jason Universe. Yeah, I think that's Jack Baker. If you guys ever heard this, Welcome to Family Son. That one's him. And that's Volatile. I think those come out night, because I think I remember those things, Volatiles come out night. Yep.
Oh, I'm gonna make my little girl proud.
I think Clicker to me will be this alright mid killer, but not very best killer. Thinking would be amazing Dead by Daylight. Plus, Sony don't pretty mostly just don't allow people just Sony don't like they don't like sharing information of other people of their ideas and Sony's, which is PlayStation things. It'd be like cool to bring The Last of Us Dead by Daylight. I people would like to bring Ellie and pretty mostly Joel in there. Because those are characters I know from The Last of Us. I played part 1. I haven't got part 2 yet. I'll get part 2 soon though. Because eventually in the future they'll put in part 3 in. Because I want them to put part 3 in. Because that'll be like really amazing. I think that'll be the last of Us installment. Is part 3. They'll make remasters and more other things they'll make. Let's get going. And Terminator will be a really cool killer they put him in there. Really cool. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, but I think that one's Big Daddy from Bioshock. Big Daddy will be really cool though. In Dead by Daylight though. I think Death Angel, he'll be pretty mostly cool. Being there in the Am Smasher, he'll pretty mostly be cool. Like, he would definitely be a really good killer. I heard of Cyberpunk. I played Cyberpunk 27. I haven't watched the show just yet, but I played a game before. Oh, yes! Yes! He'll be like an amazing killer, put him in there in a game. Like, really cool, but really amazing. I watched movies of it. I watched Terrifier 1, 2. I watched Terrifier 3. I was watching Terrifier 3, but I haven't finished the rest of the part yet. I was like where I at in Terrifier 3. I think what happened, I heard him make a Terrifier 4. I think it may happen and put him in Dead by Daylight. And what I meant Terrifier 4 when it come out. And Terrifier 4 will come out like pretty mostly during that time. If they put that chapter in a Terrifier and pretty most of the survivors or something, that'd be a really amazing killer to put in because a lot of people wish for that Art the Clown to bring in Dead by Daylight. I think also happened in the future of bring Pennywise in. I'm thinking I would want them to bring Pennywise, a dancing clown, in. Because Pennywise would be a really cool killer too, though. Because I'm making it Welcome to Dairy, which I'll show you guys about that already. On the postings, you may saw it or not. Or you guys may pretty mostly. I don't watch a show just yet because I really want to. I really want to watch a show of it. It's Welcome to Dairy.
Shut up!
Like he's smiling. Wait. What? I have no idea what that glowing guy is. No, that laser guy I meant. Not glowing. I meant to say glowing. That laser guy. I'm not sure that laser guy is. I think this guy, it looks like from Phasmophobia. Yeah, I see salt and other stuff. Yeah, that's from Phasmophobia. I play Phasmophobia. It's pretty mostly amazing. I do like playing Phasmophobia though. It is pretty mostly good game. I pretty much say it's one of my favorite video games out to me. I pretty much like Phasmophobia. It seemed pretty good game. You solved some. You basically all you had to do. You guys saw a thing. You then solve like escape from a ghost one, not fight them, but escape them. To solve evidence of the ghost. So you like solve them. You get money, you paid that stuff. You can get some more stuff of your characters or stuff from Phasmophobia. I meant like from Phasmophobia, yeah, from that. Bro, this like made people wish all these killers come out. Also wish like what killers I want them to come out soon. This is like everybody wished for these killers to come in Dead by Daylight. Before like SpringTrap's launch. Literally launch from like I knew that would happen. They'll bring SpringTrap and eventually happen in the future from Five Nights at Freddy's coming Dead by Daylight. Because I know that one definitely will happen. I definitely know it will happen for that. It will happen. I don't really know what happened when he will become like a killer from it because I saw a leak to it on a thing like SpringTrap is coming Dead by Daylight. He's coming on June 2025. Like he's coming like it was coming back in the summer. They put him in there, and after that was like Walking Dead update from that, and they put those two survivors in there, which is Michonne Grams. Wait, no, wait on. Michonne Grams and Promosa Red Grams. Yeah, those two characters. They put like Daryl Dixon's. Ludge outfit and they put Maggie, I think it was Maggie Grams, I think. They put down like on October, I'm guessing like 20, yeah, I think October 28th. 28th, I think. From they put Maggie Grams as a Ludge outfit for Michonne Grams. Okay. These are like all the kills I hope for, chat, because I really want them to happen in the future for these guys. I think what will happen will bring Slenderman and a bunch of other kills I'll bring in. Like, so many killers are bringing. Like, so many dang killers are bringing. Like, it'll be so many killers and a bunch of survivors. I know they'll make, like, a lot of chapters and everything of it. Pretty mostly a lot of chapters. I think pretty mostly we have a bunch of killers most, like, this year. Like, back in 2016, they released Dead by Daylight, like, all the killers and everything. And back then, the survivors and a bunch of stuff. And they're going high up of the budget. Like, they're making more stuff more gooder. They'll bring more killers, bro. Like I want them to keep this stuff up, bro. Because it'll be, like, so amazing to bring all these which kills they want to bring them in the game. It'd be so amazing to bring all these killers in the game. Because I want to see what happens to bring Predator in. Because Predator is one of my favorites. And all these kills would be pretty most of my favorites. Arthur Khan be really cool. Volatile and Jack Baker, Big Daddy, Terminator, and pretty mostly Death Angel. But Clicker, alright. But Fast Forward Ghost will be pretty mostly good.
It's happening.
You better now.
That seems pretty good. That seems pretty mostly good so far. SpringTraps, nope. That's from like a horror thing. Yeah, I gotta watch that one already. You released the SpringTrap FNAF. Yep. Go back. My bad. Freddy Fazbear's Fight Burns. Yeah, but I think there's a lot of news about like SpringTrap murder, like almost like children's and stuff. He's shutting down? Deborah Spring. I meant Deborah fires a phrase from that thing. No remixes or anything. But yeah, no Google services, no. Okay, there. Yep. Yep, I think I'll watch this one. Restart. I want to try to restart back to the beginning though.
I know the smell of a rotting corpse.
Guilty as charged.
You're not from round these parts, are you?
How'd you guess? Is it the accent?
Because locals know to stay very far away from this place.
God, I'm shivering balls right now.
I'm gonna stuff you back in whatever coffin you crawled out of.
Buddy, if only you knew how many coffins.
Stay there.
I've had my fair share of these. I'm kind of sick of it at this point.
We all think will win, SpringTrap or Trapper more. I'm pretty most of my guessing SpringTrap. Pretty mostly, I'm guessing.
See, that's your first issue. Your choice of weaponry is too bulky. Though I suppose, bad neighborhood, right?
What weapon he got? He got from a pocket from like his inside thing. I think he got it from inside.
You're all showmate.
Let's see how loud you are with your throat ripped out. Little rabbit.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, he didn't. Okay, so Trapper is alive still? Okay. I thought for that he got killed or something by a car.
you had insurance.
This.
Say hi to the kids for me.
Tell him yourself.
You sore loser.
He planned those all this time? Okay. He planned all those bombs all this time. Like, literally, SpringTrap didn't know. I thought it was like, SpringTrap will win, bro. I think turns out that all of them are dead. All of them are darn dead. Oh, SpringTrap might leave. If he makes it out alive, though. Yep, SpringTrap just beats Trapper. I just guessed that. Who's next? Let us know in the comments. Okay. He seemed pretty good at his stuff right now. It seemed good. I wonder who voiced that SpringTrap in there. Yep, Fast Price. I'll subscribe them. J. Rims. SpringTrap versus Michael Myers. Why is SpringTrap in Dead by Daylight? FNAF theory. He was chosen. I'm gonna do this one. I'll do this one. I think. You know what? Actually, I would do this one.
So, SpringTrap is finally in Dead by Daylight. But the question on everyone's mind
What is going on?
now is this. What does this mean for the FNAF franchise? Well, so, SpringTrap is finally in Dead by Daylight. But the question on everyone's mind now is this. What does this mean for the FNAF franchise? Well, in my opinion, a lot. From a realistic meta standpoint, this positive reception will only encourage the franchise's right holders, namely the brick wall that is Scott Cawthon, to branch out and do more collabs in the future. So yeah, I honestly do think FNAF and Fortnite could theoretically still be on the table. Someone just show Scott that
Bro, if they blind, that'll be so awkward.
Alien is in there. But what we're more interested in
Almost like everybody knows aliens in Fortnite, and plus they brought Alien Earth. There was like Fortnite always bring much collaborations, always kept bringing all stuff all the time. Like they always bring every single one of their collaborations or collaborates, bro.
is what this does for FNAF's story. So today we're going to be talking about everything new this Dead by Daylight chapter tells us about Five Nights at Freddy's. But I should say this, If you're looking for major story beats or plot points, you're probably not going to get it. This is a chapter based on Five Nights at Freddy's. It's not like it's an official entry in the FNAF series. So if you want to ignore it completely, I think that's totally okay. But that doesn't mean the chapter is fully useless for info either. So actually what I'm going to do here is start by giving my thoughts on the chapter as a whole. I'll tell you my ideal build for SpringTrap, and then we'll start running through the actual lore. In the FNAF chapter, our killer is SpringTrap, seemingly taken from the safe room he was in between the events of FNAF 1 and 3. Based on the description, it actually seems more likely to me that he was taken at Fazbear's Fright, but where exactly he was taken does not really matter in my opinion. In this game, SpringTrap carries a knife and an axe. The knife is a pizza cutting knife. You've probably seen these in pizza kitchens, but they're not super common to just have in your own, as far as I'm aware. The real weird thing is the axe. SpringTrap has been known to carry an axe in several fan projects in the past, including Pillar Chase 2, a Roblox asymmetric horror game that takes inspiration from Dead by Daylight. However, I don't believe this means SpringTrap had an axe in the main series. This axe is supernatural, manifesting in his hand and producing an evil aura around it when thrown. This is likely a gift from the entity, and we'll be talking more about that thing later on when we're talking about the lore. SpringTrap can throw this axe at survivors, and he can use several security doors around the map.
Okay, I hope you guys got down in the comments what you guys think the next killer, next chapter will be in Dead by Daylight. If you guys think it might be Stranger Things Part 2 or Predator of it, which I'm thinking is Predator, pretty mostly. Let me guys down in the comments what you guys think about that one. The next chapter on January, I think, will be.
To travel, which allows him to sneak up on survivors pretty easily. I think SpringTrap is actually a pretty difficult killer to play, but also a very fun one.
Well, pretty mostly, you're not wrong, though. It depends how good you use SpringTrap and how much good you use SpringTrap. Better you get SpringTrap, more good you use SpringTrap better and better.
It's fun managing his axe or his stealth, and while I haven't covered every facet of his power here, I think that what I've done is give a pretty good summary if you just want to know what he's like to play. While it may still be too early to tell, my gut is telling me that SpringTrap is probably going to be an A or B tier killer, and depending on what change...
I think to me, I'd put him S tier for that thing. Because he would pretty much seem like a good killer to use as, but it depends how good you use SpringTrap overall.
Changes he receives in the live version of the game, he'll likely gain a more permanent hold in one of these two tiers. Personally, I don't think he really needs any changes to his power at all, and his add-ons are mostly fun.
You're not wrong, though. They don't need any changes of it.
I think maybe Foxy's hook and the Celebrate poster need some slight number adjustments, but otherwise he's damn near perfect. My preferred build is a modification of a build I saw Spooky Lips using on Ghostface. The build consists of the perks Oppression, Hex Face the Darkness, Dead Man Switch, and Barbecue and Chili.
Okay, those are good perks of SpringTrap. Barbecue Chili, Hex Face the Darkness, Dead Man Switch, and Observation, I think you said that.
I also like running it with the Celebrate poster and the Security badge. This combo allows you to maintain map-wide pressure through consistent chases while also giving you key generator info, and allows you to know where you need to target next. It's really good on killers like SpringTrap who have such high mobility. Another of my favorite builds to run on him uses the same add-ons but consists of Gearhead, Insidious, Barbecue and Chili, and Lethal Pursuer. This...
Wait, let me go back. I think that... Oh yeah, I see it. That one's, Lethal Pursuer, Indus, Barbecue Chili, and Gimmin Switch, I think.
This is a true jump scare build, relying on careful stealth and continual map-wide knowledge. And it scared the team real bad during one of my last streams. Chat.
There's also one.
The vision.
I just found out something super crazy. Apparently, Amazon Autos is a real thing now.
Bruh, come on. Oh, those persons.
Demuted, I'm gonna be super real. I ran into that room as you walked to the window to run. I almost pissed myself. I was like, oh, see how that interacts?
Yo.
What do you mean he was just there? What do you mean he was just there? I didn't see shit. Oh. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Wait, what if you didn't do it? What if you didn't do it?
I know, he's just scared.
Oh my god.
What if
We'll never know the answer to that question,
I don't know how you get jump scared.
my friend. Now let's get into the lore, starting with our boy SpringTrap himself, then talking about the map. I mentioned earlier that SpringTrap gets his powers from the Entity, which, for those who are unaware, is essentially the cosmic, godlike character that makes Dead by Daylight matches, known as trials, happen. They feed off of emotion and They feed off.
Yeah, based off of like days ago, they'll do is the lores and other stuff when it comes out a new killer, like a new lores coming out like days ago and that. So that would be pretty mostly amazing from that. But we're not sure what the next chapter will be. I think it might depend which. We're not even sure this yet, because we'll find out eventually in the next chapter if it's Predator or Stranger Things Part 2 or Jason or other kinds of stuff, wherever it comes. So, or Pennywise. I'm not thinking it might be Pennywise. I'm thinking pretty mostly next year, pretty mostly months or so to do that. So it's pretty mostly might be that.
Of emotion and having a. They feed off of emotion and have abducted different characters from various universes to take part in these trials that are meant to generate fear, rage, and even hope. The Entity, for as cosmic and threatening as they are though, has something of a character to them, primarily in how they definitely have favorites. Before SpringTrap released, the presumed favorite character was Ghostface, whom the Entity assists by making his ribbons float in the air, which makes him look cooler. Then there's Bubba, who the Entity has a relationship with that is described as comparable to his old family. Some killers, though, are definitely ones that the Entity does not like. Trapper has various hooks embedded in him because of when he first joined. He rebelled against the Entity and was summarily punished. SpringTrap, though, I think we can say that he's probably the Entity's new favorite. The Entity does a lot for him, including creating these doors that allow him to pass through them as though they were portals. I already mentioned the axe as well, and this is so far one of the only weapons in the game that seems to have been made entirely by the Entity itself, and is definitely one of the strongest. And that's not even mentioning the Mori, the kill animation.
I think the most strongest kill I'm not saying the game is for most of Kursu at this point. Kursu is taking like SpringTrap's place. Kursu is the strongest killer out like all the killers. But he's not one though. SpringTrap's like one of the strongest killers. I'm guessing Pyramid's one of the strongest, and pretty mostly Michael Myers. Pretty mostly Xenomorph. And my guessing Freddy Krueger is. Freddy Krueger is a good killer boy. He's mostly seemed like one of my faves. I think one of the strongest killers I might gonna say is let me think. Pyramid's one of the strongest killers. He's one of the strongest. Wave is the strongest killer, one of the strongest. He's fast. I think Nurse is the strongest. Albert Wesker pretty mostly. And I think I might guess Nurse. It depends how other people play as Nurse, that stuff.
When SpringTrap Mori's someone, an endoskeleton covered in buzzsaws manifests, which SpringTrap places that survivor into. This endoskeleton, as far as we're aware, has never been in the FNAF series before, and due to its creation resembling other Entity creations such as the Axe, I think it's actually kind of safe to say that this is the Entity's designed to help SpringTrap. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to see how SpringTrap fits into the world of Dead by Daylight, but there's some details that tie back into the FNAF series that are definitely worth talking about. For example, SpringTrap has a voice line that references Henry's speech at the end of Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria Simulator. The darkest pit of hell is open for business. Since we know SpringTrap was taken before the events of FNAF 3, Henry's speech hasn't happened yet, and William should not be able to make this reference. That is, unless we consider a unique possibility. Maybe the line doesn't come from Henry, maybe it comes from William. William and Henry worked together presumably for years before their paths split up and one of them became a green murder rabbit. In that time, I can totally see William saying something along the lines of, "I come from the darkest pit of hell," and Henry internalized that to use against him later. This is just a theory and it's solely based on this one detail, but there's a lot of little things like that that we can pull from this chapter to color in SpringTrap / William Afton's history that we haven't seen before. SpringTrap talks a lot in this game, which helps paint his character in a lot better than the games have. He's loud and proud and definitively a sadist. A lot of people seem to disagree on his characterization before this chapter, whether he'd be the silent, brooding monster he is in FNAF 3, or if his character is more in line with how he's presented in the books. Dead by Daylight answers with both, pretty much. While he talks a lot, he still keeps his mouth shut when it suits him best, and his dialogue ranges from hard as fuck to theater kid getting far too into the role. Then there's the add-ons. Each add-on has its own unique flavor text that clues into what it actually is. For starters, we now have a non-FNAF game with a reference to Remnant, as the iridescent remnant is one of—
I heard that before. Remnant. Yep. That was like one of the good perks he has. Like I pretty much say a red one's are mostly the best one, but depends which red one it is. Is it?
SpringTrap's two rarest add-ons. It also tells us very blatantly that Remnant is molten metal, which is a pretty good and simple description, albeit leaving out some important details, but hey, it's good for the average DVD fan who has no idea what a Freddy Fazbear is. The real two standouts are the purple guy drawing and Freddy's hat. The purple guy drawing contains a reference to FNAF Roll with a flavor text reading, "I take 10 seconds to draw." The same description purple guy had in FNAF Roll. But what I find most interesting about this though is that it's not a drawing of the yellow rabbit, it's specifically the purple guy. Based on this drawing as well, he seems to be holding a knife. It begs the question, who drew this and why? Probably a child as we can imagine, but why did they do this? Did someone see William kill someone with a knife outside of costume? I just find the very idea of this drawing to be kind of insane. And if anyone has any idea what this could be, I'd love to hear it in the comments. At this point, I'm leaning on it being a child's drawing of William before he killed Charlotte, since that's pretty much the only kill in the game series we know he did outside of costume. The other major add-on that more people are talking about is Freddy's hat. The description of this add-on actually confirms for the first time the name of the spirit haunting Freddy, Gabriel. We've known the name Gabriel haunted one of the animatronics for a very long time now, but since we got the full list of names, attaching them to individual animatronics has been very hard. We knew Susie was Chica because of one of the Fast for Fright stories, but Jeremy, Fritz, and Gabriel were all unknown. Then the week before came out and reinforced Susie as being Chica, but it also told us that Jeremy was Bonnie. That left Freddy and Foxy as Fritz and Gabriel, but we couldn't say for certain which was which. This add-on confirms that Gabriel is Freddy though, meaning Fritz is Foxy. We already suspected this because of the parallel between the FNAF 3 endings and the Tombstone ending of Pizza Sim, but it's nice to finally have some confirmation on this. And those are the three big ones. But SpringTrap has a ton of add-ons, and all of them deserve some level of analysis if you ask me. But SpringTrap was not the only thing added to this chapter. So I went on a tour of Freddy's with underscore, Ride Toast, Johnny the Night Guard, and Hyperdroid. This is what we found. See what I did there? It's called a FNAF reference, and they're so fucking funny.
Let's get fiscal. Lesson 2, credit card combat. Getting your finances together? Learn.
This is what we found. See what I did there? It's called a FNAF reference, and they're so fucking funny. Here's the thing. We found literally nothing. Yeah, kind of surprisingly, there's nothing new or even out of ordinary in the pizzeria, even though we were kind of told that there would be. The most I could reason as being Easter eggs are the animatronic heads whose eyes follow you, or the ball pit, which may be a reference to Into the Pit. But overall, I was kind of let down by the lack of Easter eggs on this map. Still, I think it's a very fun map. Actually, there was one detail that no one else on the stream thought meant anything, but something that I found very interesting. So let's backtrack a bit. After this stream, I decided to listen in on SpringTrap's voice lines, all of them. Because despite most of these only being a couple seconds, there's still roughly 5 minutes worth of them, and some of them are very interesting. I already brought up the darkest bit of hell line, but it's worth noting that William also says, "It's me." This is a line most fans have connected specifically to Golden Freddy. But in recent years especially, it's more so become a generalized catchphrase, most likely just an indicator that a machine is possessed. If you want to see a book where multiple characters say "it's me," check out The Week Before. The line itself I think is too rare in the games to necessarily make this connection. Also, Rytos has a whole video on this topic, so check that out. Another line that stood out to me is, "I am here to claim what is left of you." To me, this sounds like dialogue William probably would have said when dismantling the animatronics during the end of night minigames in FNAF 3. It also ties into some of Henry's dialogue in Pizza Sim's Insanity ending, where he describes William robbing the MCI kids of themselves again. To me, this line is a really strong indicator of William's MO. He always comes back to take what's left of a victim after he steals from them the first time. But something I noticed about a lot of these voice lines is that they have a common through line, the words fear and suffering. Afton makes multiple claims about wanting to inflict suffering and how it's the fear his victims emanate that fuels him. He even specifies that it's not their flesh he wants, but their fear. I don't know why he feels the need to clarify this, but okay. I'm not sure what this necessarily implies, but maybe Afton is trying to create agony? Okay, time for an actual, fully comprehensive theory. William Afton is spring-locked and dying inside the safe room at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. Years go by. Suddenly, he's woken up. He reanimates and hears a child's voice calling out to him. He follows it and finds himself in a new world. one not totally unfamiliar to him. Freddy's is there after all. And now that he's alive, he returns to what he does best, killing his victims and creating agony. Whether or not William is aware that that's what he's doing, I can't say for certain. But what I do know is that William loves to drag things out. He scares his victims intentionally, trying to manifest as much suffering as he can, and the entity recognizes this. It's pleased by what William is setting out to do. Many of the other killers in Dead by Daylight kill for selfish reasons, or in a blind rage, but William is different than a lot of them. He's cold, calculated, and strives to make his victims truly afraid before they die. So the entity helps him. They give him an axe, which he had not had before, an axe that William uses to scare his victims even more. And they manifest an endoskeleton for William to use as a death trap. If you look at the Freddy's map, there is one thing I found interesting that I mentioned earlier. This same endoskeleton is found on a table in the parts and service room, strapped down and over a drum barrel filled with viscera and metal parts. This, I think, is part of William's memory. He used an endo like this to kill his victims and extract remnant from them. He's pulling metal and guts off of this endoskeleton, probably to melt down and form remnant. The reason it's tied down is because William knows how these possessions work. The body, the metal, and the spirit will remain together until William has forcibly cut them apart. That's what I believe that this room is. That's the endoskeleton that the entity has manifested for William. However, its appearance is probably different from the real version. This endoskeleton doesn't seem to trap the bodies in, it just kills them and dumps them. It's worth noting that in the entity's realm, there are always going to be consistencies. Nothing is one-to-one with how the actual locations we see look. For example, this Freddy's does not have an office, but every single Freddy's we've seen in the games does. And that's likely because the entity is reconstructing things imperfectly, because it pulls them from people's memories, which are oftentimes incomplete or foggy, and oftentimes come from completely psychotic individuals who see the world differently. So there you go. SpringTrap is the entity's new favorite because their goals essentially line up perfectly. William wants fear, and the entity wants to consume that fear. William wants to collect remnant. The entity has given him a machine that it believes will help him do that. Do I think this theory is true? Honestly, I'm 50-50 on it. I'm willing to admit when I'm wrong about a lot of things. Like, here, I'll take the time to say it now. I now believe that I was wrong in doubting Molten MCI. Not entirely, but I am willing to admit that it's a perfectly valid theory and it's even likely correct. Although personally, I'm more so subscribing to Rytoast's Molten DCI theory at this point. I also don't hate Circus Baby near to the extent I make it out to be in my video, but my thought process is that why I am disappointed in Circus Baby's overall role in the series despite her put forward appearance and lack of consistent characterization between games makes for a much worse title. So there's two big things people can stop harping on me about that they likely won't since I put it this deep into the video. But I think overall, I'm insanely happy with this chapter. I got everything I didn't even know I wanted. I love SpringTrap's gameplay. This map is super fun to play on, and the voice lines SpringTrap has have opened us to some small yet exciting theories. And if you enjoyed this video, be sure to tell me in the comments what you want to see next. I'm Demuted. Be sure to subscribe, and peace.
Yep, thank you for showing us, buddy, for that. Ooh. Subscribe. Yo, Lisa, SpringTrap. Those blurred. Good night, Sonic.
So this is the hit game Dead by Daylight. I can't wait to have so many Wait, is that fucking Ken Carnegie from Tokyo?
Listen, you gotta get me the fuck out of here, man.
Jesus Christ, what the fuck happened to you?
Oh, I'll tell you what happened to me. Alright, listen. 1 minute I'm being tortured. Like, really fucking tortured. And the next minute, I enter this weird, like, foggy place. And ever since I entered this place, it's been pallet after pallet after flashlight after pallet after pallet. I can't fucking take it anymore!
Come on, it can't be that bad.
Oh, really? You sort of said, oh, yeah, it cannot be like that bad. Because, you know, flashlights and pallets, like, pallet after pallet, everything, bro. But that's what survivors do. Yep, you for darn know that because he'll obviously just tell the truth. Like, that is definitely true what Ted is saying. Hold on, let me go back.
Right. We're really evaluating that last year and saying what can we do with our volunteers to help them and to be more efficient. Really, for me, my job is to make sure that these fields.
SpringTrap versus Jigsaw, I'm guessing. SpringTrap versus Jigsaw.
Go. We're gonna check out the trailer and see how it compares. Now we're we're only getting a teaser, but still, it's cool to check out this trailer. I'm gonna like and do that. And last down, and of course, video and enjoy it right now. They're cheering. This has been a demand for years.
Let's do demand it. Wait on. No thanks. New killer SpringTrap. Passphrase X Delta's PTB. Okay. Okay, all animations. Blunder fan. Well, I watched that already. Might watch that way or what?
So this is the hit game Dead by Daylight. Can't wait to have so many. Wait, is that?
Hold on for a second, chat, before we start continuing. Oh shoot. Oh.